and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. So with that, let's head over to the heart of Texas. Massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now Wadley, and he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run here with Wadley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On the carry, it's Wadley. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. Out to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
looking to throw. Dancing to his left. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The numbers for Mixon last week, 21 carries, 76 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
Now Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
This one grabbed by A.J. Green. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and Turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden, because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. Now this... Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And out now come the Cowboys. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. These two teams all tied after one.
90 wolf.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he rifles one incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
He'll drop to throw. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off inside the 5. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on his team.
And now look at him go. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 96 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
So the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. The Bengals drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the move to his left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. And he is the NFC rating Offensive Player of the Week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for it.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league. On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. To throw here, Dalton, and this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. 2nd and 5. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Dalton here from the gun. He's got Green. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A gain there of 21 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7, forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now here's Pollard, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton, he gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. We now proceed to the start of the second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They look to throw on third with Dalton. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Come on, now. Let's go.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw, escaping the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Dancing to his left. And going deep. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 12 on the year as they have taken the lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, we keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Mixon. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mixon with it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But, gotta get the point. Get on the point right here.
Now on 2nd and 13. Dalton got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Dalton, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Pollard again. And an alley to run. He knocks him back. And some room to work. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play here for Dallas. 67 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed to...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton. It's hauled in by Doxson. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. His throw incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the 1st. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they had that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's Wadley on the ground. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. 2nd and 6. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Sean Williams. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Interception, baby.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Go now. 60 on.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
X3, 218, chop.
Now a carry for the big fella. This is Jameis Olawale. Oh, he breaks another. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Let's go.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they... And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Akram Wadley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even 1 step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw again on second down. Dalton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's third and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try to pass on fourth down. Dalton throwing right, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Throwing, Dalton under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. To try again after the sack. Dalton, he finds his running back, Mixon. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. To Mixon on the check down. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. It's do or die for Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And